Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we'd like to give a big love shout out to the family of the Neidhart family. Jim Animal Neidhart, rest in peace, brother. Once again, this is Joey the Bull with OCCW proudly presents the Royal Ramble with Mikey O'Shea and Azrael.
Hello, everyone. Now, Mikey O'Shea, what do we always do when we see each other? We shake the hand, right? Want to shake my hand? You want to shake? You want to shake Randy Orton's hand, don't you, boy? Don't you? If you've been following the news, Randy likes to whip out his Viper. It comes out of nowhere. And if you're new to the program, he likes to introduce himself by giving himself a little handy J and then, extending the hand of friendship. I know where most of your hands are been, but I don't want to watch it at the same time. I don't want to make eye contact, while we're, doing the thing. The ritual of the shaking hands. How do you feel about that, O'Shea? Would you shake Randy Orton's hand? Bet you would. Bet you'd lick his palm.
Dude, we live next to Huntington Beach and Seal Beach. When we hit the waves, that ain't clean water. And I'll just end it with that.
Are you saying Randy Orton is full of radioactive waste?
No, but I do know that he messed with people by shitting in their bag when he was a rookie back in the day. So I wouldn't be shocked if what he does in his business, he does in his business. How people, I don't know the whole story about that. How did he get caught?
If you're one of the writers, some of the writers have said that Randy likes to introduce himself in a very special way to new people to the company. By whipping out the Viper. The voices in his head clearly told him to do it.
They talk to him.
And then it comes out of nowhere, boom, and then either you shake Randy Orton's hand or you feel ostracized. Now, have you ever been pressured to do anything weird?
No.
I never did anything to you, but $20 is $20.
No.
Okay, and then Randy Orton got suspended for 60 days for violating the wellness policy. He's probably not well in the head if he's doing that kind of thing. He might be on Viagra. He's on performance-enhancing drugs. Maybe that's his issue.
But he's a good-looking guy, I'm thinking. I mean, why does he have the issues?
So would you be excited to shake the hand of Randy Orton, Joey the Bull? How bad you want to be a big star? You want to be IC champ?
I would shake his hand and give me the microphone. I'll announce every champion in that fucking ring.
Would you make eye contact?
Of course, and lick my lips.
Okay. So SummerSlam's coming up.
Yes, it's coming up this coming Sunday. Before we get into that, might as well get the live events that I'll be doing this coming weekend. Do you have any live events that's going to happen this coming weekend for Azrael?
This weekend, no.
Okay. Well, this Saturday and hopefully Sunday, I will be wrestling at the AWS Hot Sauce Expo right behind me. This is their second time doing it here in California. They did one last year, and AWS actually did one back in June over in Chicago. A bunch of wrestlers out here actually flew over to Chicago to wrestle out there as well. So, yeah. Second year of the Hot Sauce Expo. Last year was awesome. The locker room was awesome. We had a free buffet of all-you-can-eat food. It was just an awesome experience. And the best part about these shows is that Bart, the owner of AWS, actually takes it upon himself to actually book people that he normally does not book and give them a chance to wrestle on a show of the Hot Sauce Expo. There'll be matches August 18th and August 19th, Saturday and Sunday. I will be wrestling this Saturday and hopefully this Sunday. If not, I'm just happy to get at least one match this weekend. So, now, you got nothing? You got nothing going on?
Now, will you be wrestling in Hot Sauce?
Who's Hot Sauce?
I mean, it's just Hot Sauce Expo. I mean, I'm a big dude. I love hot sauce. Will you be wrestling in the actual hot sauce?
No, but we might be wrestling in the hot sun because they have the ring outside.
Oh, Jesus.
But thankfully, the heat wave is starting to dim down just a little bit. Awesome. So hopefully it's not a black canvas.
What's wrong with black canvases? You got some kind of issue with, the dark canvases? I'm starting to like you more and more. Did I ever say how much I like Mikey O'Shea? And we get along famously. You're a wonderful man, by the way.
So anyway, SummerSlam predictions.
So when you're wearing a shirt, you just cut the holes out of a wrestling canvas and throw it over yourself?
SummerSlam predictions.
Okay, go for it. What's the first match?
Okay, so we got two pre-show matches. One is the B Team, who just became the Raw Tag Team Champions at the last pay-per-view at Money in the Bank, was it? Money in the Bank?
Yes.
Yes. They'll be defending their titles against the Revival. And it's a pre-show match. And honestly, I'm just going to be comfortable about this. I'm going to say they're going to give Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas a little bit more time with those tag team titles, and they'll retain the titles against the Revival.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I agree with you. We could beat those guys, by the way. if we show up, man, I think, what was it, Mike Vega?
Wait, which one?
Either one, all four of them.
Curtis Axel's pretty damn tall.
How tall is Curtis Axel?
He's like 6'5".
But he ain't perfect. Mr. Perfect's son, I'm pretty sure. If I remember. Why didn't he just call himself that? I woulda. I'd introduce myself that way.
People always asked in the past, why won't he call himself his real name Hennig in the last, but I don't know why they just wouldn't allow it. But nevertheless, he's Curtis Axel, and that's how people are going to remember him more than anything else. They're definitely not going to remember him as Michael McGillicuddy, even though Michael McGillicuddy has one.
Mikey O'Shea. How about that? You know what I mean? You got to be actually Mikey O'Shea.
Yeah, that was right before they started letting American Alpha and Braun Strowman annihilate every single local competitor every single week. We were one of the first. So
was it Mike Vega? He was holding you down.
Mike Vega,
he was holding you down. You could have won without him.
I could have won without him. He got the pinfall, not me.
Now, real quick, folks, as they're talking about SummerSlam, I want you fans out there to chime in and give us your favorite memory or favorite SummerSlam from day one to now. Just give a big shout-out. I'll give you guys shout-outs.
Favorite match, favorite wrestler, favorite SummerSlam.
Favorite wrestler.
Favorite SummerSlam.
Favorite wrestler?
Yeah, at SummerSlam.
At
Who was your favorite
SummerSlam?
wrestler at SummerSlam? Sorry, let me dumb it down for you. Do you remember the gobbledygooker?
You can sit right here if you want.
Everyone's best friend, Jonathan Malice.
Johnny
What's that?
Malice, I got questions for you.
Yeah,
I want to
next
know
week.
Your
Next
no, I want to know your.
So once again,
feelings.
folks, give your predictions. Give us not predictions, but give us your favorite moments.
Why do you
I'll
hate
give you guys a
Sean
shout out. Okay, go ahead, Mikey O'Shea. It's all you, brother.
I want to know.
God, man. So I'll say my favorite SummerSlam. It was the first one I ever ordered. It was the first ever WWF pay-per-view I've ever ordered, actually. It was SummerSlam 2000. I was late in the game when I became a wrestling fan, but you know what? That SummerSlam, to me, was awesome. It didn't have the best matches in the world, but to me, it wasn't about how many 5-star matches you can have. It was just the storytelling and just the excitement. That's what made me love wrestling back in the day. It wasn't about, let's give this match 2 and 3.5 quarter stars.
Yeah.
No, I actually really just enjoyed it based off the stories, and the matches weren't 30 minutes each. They were maybe 5 to 10 minutes, but they told a good enough story. The best match in the card was obviously He Who Will Not Be Named versus Chris Jericho, 2 out of 3 falls. They got the first fall in about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, my favorite SummerSlam was SummerSlam '88, Mega Powers versus the Mega Bucks. That was my favorite one of all times. As a kid growing up, 'cause I'm pretty sure I'm a lot older than you guys here, and that's me growing up as a child watching
I was barely 1 at that time. What about yours?
1992. Ultimate Warrior versus Randy Savage. I love Ultimate Warrior and Randy Savage. The stuff you used to be able to do, man. I could come off the top rope with an axe handle and 80,000 people care. If I do that now, I'm gonna get booed.
Now you do a pile driver off a ladder into a table and get right back up, and people will just be like, "Oh,
Yeah, that's just great.
That was-
Randy Savage with the double axe handle.
Savage.
Ultimate Warrior runs the rope 6 times, falls flat on his face in front of the other guy, and 82,000 people lose their shit. I do a backflip and fall on the concrete floor, and people throw things at me.
So, moving on to the next pre-show match, we have Rusev and Lana versus Zelina, and I can never get this name correct. It's the guy that won the NXT title from Drew McIntyre.
Roll your R's.
Sound it out phonetically. Where are we at? Andrade Cien Alamos.
Yes, that guy. So,
Say it.
I'm going to go on a limb here, and I'm going to say that guy and Zelina are going to win the match.
Oh, of course.
Because they just made their debut on SmackDown, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
Yep.
that's just my predictions. What about yours?
He's like Alberto Del Rio, but little, right? That's what we're doing. I think he'll win. They're underhanded, those people. La Raza was able to win a lot of matches due to their underhandedness, and I figure he's like their cousin or something. So I'm going to vote for that guy.
Fair enough. So now we're actually going to get on to the actual pay-per-view. We got Daniel Bryan versus The Miz.
Really? Finally. Thank God.
This is 8 years coming.
Right?
because that's the last time they actually faced each other, I believe, in 2010. I'll always remember that shoot that The Miz did at the Talking Smack a couple of years ago when Daniel Bryan would try to, call him a coward and everything, and then The Miz pretty much just let him have it because, if you're that eager to get back in the ring, why don't you leave WWE and go back to your bingo halls and shit like that? Well, Daniel Bryan is now cleared to wrestle again in WWE, so now they're going to face each other in SummerSlam. Daniel Bryan has been on a roll for the past couple of pay-per-views. He's beaten Big Cass.
Got him fired.
Wish he got him fired.
You lose to Daniel Bryan, you lose your job.
But
So you be on your toes there, Mizanin.
this match is kind of tough for me because The Miz, ever since he's been the Intercontinental Champion, and I felt like his character has gotten so much better than it was 8 years ago, because 8 years ago they were just giving him titles and not letting him reach his full potential before he became the WWE became the WWE champion. He got so good with his character now, along with Maurice. I feel like he is destined to become the next WWE champion in the future, and this time when he wins it, people are actually gonna believe it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you know how WWE give people titles in order to help them rise their
Ridiculous.
career. Shut up.
That kid was the king of the school, probably forever.
Trying to actually talk
Oh, I believe you.
talk
This is
mathematics.
serious- This is very serious business.
Screw you. But with Daniel Bryan back, that's actually also very inspiring because no one thought he was ever going to wrestle again in WWE. So this was a tough one for me. I'm going to have to say, just in a comfort zone, I'm going to say Daniel Bryan.
You are a bastard. Mike Mizanin is the greatest heel that there has ever been. I enjoyed his work since the Real World Road Rules. I think he's the most believable heel because he's been that for his whole life probably. He was born an asshole and he still is. God bless him. He's not trying to be cool. The Miz is there week in and week out, not Dwayne Johnson and other people or Brock Lesnar. The Miz every week.
The thing is,
Entertaining me.
the thing about Miz is it doesn't, just like Christopher Daniels, he's that kind of character that it doesn't matter how many times he loses, he will still continue to rise up.
Like myself.
He's that kind of person that he can take loss after loss after loss, but he'll keep getting up to the top of the mountain. So to me, I feel like if anyone's going to take this match, it's going to be Daniel Bryan. So you're the Miz.
And he's got a baby on the way.
Joey the Bull, what you got?
The new father. You're going to vote against the new father. You are a savage. I like this side of you. I hope he dies in front of his kid.
Believe it or not, I do have the Miz win this match.
2-1. You suck. I win.
You just wished for him to die in front of his kid.
Well, be defeated. Be defeated, let's say. Pinned 1, 2, 3. I got excited.
Okay.
I got a chub.
Do you think Daniel Bryan should have left to go to New Japan? Or wherever? Or CCW? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I'm sure John can afford him at least once. Getting back on topic. The next match we got is Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin. I don't know the storyline behind this. Can you elaborate with me, Joey the Bull?
The storyline's very corny. It's just because of the fact that he doesn't like Balor, tries to throw him in a little dollhouse for his changing room. It's a corny storyline. I don't get it myself either. That match to me is not going to be worth watching. That's where I'll be taking a potty break, taking a big old number 2.
What are these storylines that you speak of? That man is trying to kill that other man, break his neck and stuff. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to go with Finn Balor because Finn Balor, I feel like Finn Balor's got more of a chance in the main event than that's not a good excuse. I feel like Finn Balor's going to take this one because Baron Corbin, I don't. After he lost the United States title, he's just been there. You know what I mean?
That's it.
David Otunga, he's just been there. Shaved his head. Has a nice theme song.
And
That's a lot of people, And
don't forget, he does have a boxing background, which I never ever seen him use for his skill to be
Why'd they get rid of that beautiful Demon King gimmick, by the way?
Yeah, I don't get that either. I don't like that.
I missed that thing with the woo and the.
I think he's just waiting for the right time to bring it back.
WrestleMania wasn't important enough.
Not saying for personal experience, but I can tell that's like a bitch to make. that fate.
Kind of your job. You know, you got all day.
I mean, he's walking around with rainbow shirts now, so he's representing.
That's one. Okay, they're not gonna spin it that way, but you know, he's the LGBT representative with the rainbow clothes, right? And maybe Baron Corbin don't like that kind of thing. Maybe Baron Corbin's a bully. Maybe the bullying that they're doing, you know, isn't very nice to Mr. Finn Balor. Maybe Baron Corbin doesn't want to taste the rainbow. You know what I mean? And, maybe that's not what he's into.
Wow.
The head shaved and the, you know, kind of
Taste the rainbow.
the boots. See, look, you know,
It melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
you say the story is boring, but if they spin it that way, that he don't like the kid for a certain reason, then you know. Now the people look, hey, look, I'm fighting the guy back that's beating me up at school. You know, it's exciting that way.
Well, big shout out to Tom Dupree. Big shout out to Lyric Hinosa, Mindy Hinosa. Who else is on here? Marcos Martinez. Of course, Freddie Flores is watching. And pretty much that's it.
Get back to work, Freddie Flores. Screwing around. Get back on the, forklift or whatever it is. Finn Balor's going to win, by the way. Just to tie that all up into one big package and put a rainbow-colored bow on it. Despite being a little fancy in the pantsy, Finn Balor beating Baron Corbin.
He wears those tiny little shorts there.
Right?
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and the little jacket. The little leather jacket.
So the next match that we have is the WWE United States Championship between Shinsuke Nakamura and Jeff Hardy. Was it originally supposed to be a triple threat match, but now because Randy Orton is suspended, it's not going to happen?
Yes.
Indeed.
The voices in his head told him to do some stupid things. Now it's time to take a little break. I'm
going to say Shinsuke Nakamura is going to take this. I feel like this is just a filler match. Jeff Hardy had a nice run with the United States title, but Shinsuke Nakamura has been going after the WWE title constantly and fail after fail after fail. So it's time for him to at least have one title run. What's going on?
No, I guess Marcus Martinez is saying Brian Cage just called out the entire Bullet Club.
Oh, good.
And he'll probably win because he's huge and they're not so much. And I have full confidence in Brian Cage.
And they'll get blown up before he ever will.
Right.
It's a combination. It could be 3-on-1, and the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega will get blown up before Brian Cage will.
And that, no. I mean, the muscular guy is going to rip them in half.
Well, let's not say that, okay? I'm sure he wants to, continue wrestling as a career.
Okay, you're very literal. I mean,
politically speaking.
Figuratively speaking,
so I'm going to say
literally with the blood everywhere.
I'm going to say Shinsuke Nakamura because I feel like Shinsuke Nakamura deserves a nice title run.
Why are they mad at each other, by the way?
Mad at Jeff Hardy?
Yeah, why does he care? Are we still mad about Pearl Harbor? That was a long time ago, Jeff.
No, I think one time when Jeff Hardy was the champion, this was like the SmackDown right after his little thing with AJ Styles. He decided to attack Jeff Hardy and kick him in the balls, and then they went on from there. And then Shinsuke took the title from him. What? Who's laughing?
Real quick, Donna is saying, "Hey, Mikey, give me a shout out."
Hi, Ma.
There you go. Made her happy. There you go. Aww, the sweet side.
Tell your mom that you've been really doing good on the weight loss challenge.
She reads the posts.
He is doing good. I seen you running on the machine.
I didn't go live on that. I actually had to listen to because I can't.
I missed that.
I miss those days.
As much as I loved running live on Facebook, I need to listen to music. I can't listen to music while it's going live. Plus, it just drains the shit out of my battery. It was a nice motivation, but yeah, I need to get my blood pumping, so I prefer music over live feed.
Well, if you do the Randy Orton exercise, blood will be pumping.
Anywho.
Shinsuke Nakamura is going to win, by the way.
Now, it says here that this next match is also going to be a pre-show match, but it's all mixed up on the Wikipedia page. Okay. We got Cedric Alexander, the Cruiserweight Champion, versus Drew Gulak.
Right on. Who do you want to win? The fans? I bet the true winner will be the fans. Now, everyone will be entertained.
That's another potty break for me.
Cedric Alexander has been the champion since WrestleMania. Drew Gulak, he's a known he isn't from SoCal. I think he's from Northern California, but he has wrestled out here in SoCal a lot for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. He's a former CWFH Tag Team Champion with Timothy Thatcher. So I think the fans here, at least, would like to see Drew Gulak win some WWE gold at least once in his career before he calls it a career in WWE. So I'm gonna. My prediction is Drew Gulak. What would you say? You don't give a shit.
Yeah. The other
Damn,
fella.
that's-
Cedric Alexander. Nicolette's watching. Hi, Nicolette. Hey. Hey, the Royal Ramble at 9 o'clock. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just want everybody to know that the Royal Ramble is presented by OCCW.
Big shout out to Paul. Steve Dodge is watching. Big shout out to Big Steve Dodge.
You actually been growing. Your shoulders have been growing, bro.
Yeah, going to the 24-hour fitness all day and night, man. Hello, Steve Dodge. Everyone misses you.
Even me.
Yes. And what's the next match?
Next match,
Destroyer of Dreams, Eater of Worlds. The Gatekeeper.
I'm not going there.
What's the next?
I don't know what the next
WWE Intercontinental Championship between Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins. With Dean Ambrose.
Yes.
The return Dean Ambrose.
Why is he with him and not, in a match? He looks in good shape.
Well, he just returned this past Monday.
Okay. Getting your sea legs under you, Dean. There's going to be a betrayal in this match.
You think so?
This match screams of betrayal, yes.
You see a faction between Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, and Dean Ambrose?
Probably, yes.
Yeah.
The Shield, but with 3 different dudes. I mean, Seth Rollins is that stupid that he don't see that coming. I think he deserves to lose. That's like giving your Shaq keys to Randy Orton and expecting nothing bad to happen to you. He burned Bray Wyatt's house.
Or it's like that first ever
Jackass.
actual TNA pay-per-view back in 2004. It was Jeff Hardy with Kevin Nash. With Kevin Nash versus Jeff Jarrett with Scott Hall. Which side are they on? You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
Right.
how can you?
I smell betrayal.
Or Nikki Bella and Brie Bella having like a little rivalry against one another, pretending like they hate each other.
Let me get on what Dean Ambrose is on, by the way. Skinny fella's grown into his frame. Puberty has hit Dean Ambrose. God damn it. He's filled out a little.
Hey, you gotta when you got time to rest up and heal up and actually work out without worrying about bumping a day or two for 8 months. You got time to look good.
You should take 8 months off.
I can't.
You already look nice.
I don't wrestle 5 days a week. I wish I could.
That's true.
Make a living wage thereof. Anyways,
Speaking of a living wage, Disneyland is up to $15 an hour starting on January 1st. So if you're all looking for jobs, and I know most of you are,
that's still not a living wage.
Oh boy.
getting there.
I can't wait to see how much the passes will cost by that time.
$8,000.
Okay, that's maybe like 10 years from now. So, anyways, the next match that we got going on. Oh, I actually missed one. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We got Carmella defending the SmackDown Women's Championship against my lady Becky Lynch. So I'm going to be biased and actually say I want Becky to win this match.
We all want Becky Lynch to win. Me and you. She's the pride of the island,
If I ever
Pride
get,
of Ireland.
I said to myself, if I ever do get signed to WWE, I'm going to call myself Mikey Lynch because they can't make it Mikey O'Shea. So I might as well be Becky Lynch's long lost big brother or something.
Big brother.
I feel like you've done that.
Sorry, Lucky, but I'm moving on.
Could Becky beat Lucky in a fight? Or could Lucky beat Becky in a fight?
I'm going to respectfully say Becky because Becky actually has an MMA background.
Okay. That makes sense.
So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to say Becky Lynch. Oh, wait, versus Charlotte Flair as well. With Charlotte Flair there, I'm still going to say Becky Lynch. I'm sorry, guys. I'm biased. Anyway, guys.
Freddie Flores is judging me for working at Planet Fitness. I will have you know that I'm not here to enjoy your judgments, Mr. Flores, whoever that may be. And it's a fine gym with free Tootsie Rolls. You have Planet Fitness, don't you?
No, I got shoes.
Okay, you're missing out on the free pizza.
And pizza on Tuesdays.
Wait.
Like, they got bagels.
Wait, you work out at Planet Fitness? I thought you said
out all over the place.
I thought you said 24 hours.
I have like 6 gym memberships. I'm a very rich man. Very
Oh.
busy.
Cleans them all.
I didn't just get like this, from playing Duke or whatever.
I got 8 cars. I got 4 women.
Woo!
I fly to Vegas every night. Next match, we got Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens. Should Strowman lose by disqualification or countout, he will lose the contract for the Money in the Bank.
What do you think?
Ever since Kevin Owens came to WWE, he would have like a title after title after title after title, and anytime he would lose a title, he would have like a very short break before he has another title. It's been since actually last year. Since it's been over a year now since Kevin Owens has the title, because last time he won it was against AJ Styles, and it was a 2-day title run before AJ Styles took it back. This is actually really tough, but I'm going to say Braun Strowman. I think Braun Strowman deserves to keep that Money in the Bank briefcase, but what the hell do I know?
I think there's going to be shenanigans. I think there's going to be some tomfoolery. I think there's going to be some kind of disqualification that makes him lose that precious briefcase. I think he was going to use that briefcase to beat Brock Lesnar, but now not, because I think Brock is going to be champion for a long time. You know why? Because the WWE Championship is going to get united with the UFC Championship. Daniel Cormier cannot stop that man. He walked right into that cage in front of everybody, called the UFC Heavyweight Champion a bitch, and pushed him, and he couldn't do nothing about it. But look at him like a moron. So you make fun of the WWE Wrestling MMA guy, but our head champion can rip your head champion, in half. Figuratively, not literally, because we're not trying to go to jail or anything, and everything that I say can literally happen. But he will put, a Kimura and dislocate the shoulder in a situation and be the victor.
Right now, you sound like that comic book guy from The Simpsons.
Right? Worst main event.
Worst main event ever.
Speaking of Scoville, I haven't seen the Hot Tub review for quite a while.
Oh, I finally ran into that guy this past Saturday when I wrestled at Maverick Pro.
Did he interview you? Did he touch you funny? Show me on the doll where he touched you.
No, he didn't. He didn't interview me. And when he would post clips after clips on Maverick, you know how he likes to post clips of people doing moves on Instagram.
He likes moves.
He posts all of Sean Black's moves, but he didn't post any of my moves on Sean Black. It's like
good.
Fuck Mikey O'Shea.
Oh, okay. He don't like you. Yeah.
Nah, he does like me.
No, he don't.
But
Yeah. Sean Scoville. He's jealous of your physique.
always remember, Sean, when I had my first set of Mikey O'Shea Wreckin' Mikey t-shirts, and I had that 1/6XL t-shirt, I thought about you. Remember that. I could have given that shirt to anybody, but I kept it safe for you.
6X? They make shirts in 6X?
The guy that made
just buy a tent and cut out the arm.
Hey, I wear 6XL, brother.
The guy that made it for me, I only asked from small through XXL, but for random, he gave me 1/6XL t-shirt, and I literally posted on Sean that following night, dude, I have a 6XL t-shirt, and I'm gonna save it for you. And lo and behold, he bought it for me at a UEW arena when UEW was legit. Anyways, moving on.
Wait. This is why I need you around. If we're ever lost on a desert island, I take off your shirt. I have a sail for our boat. And then we will sail on, backward home.
What the hell are you doing?
You'll be wearing... No!
Oh, my God.
Oh, God! Oh, Joey the ball scratch! It burns!
Give me that. Let me see that.
It burns. Oh, look, everyone. Dear God, I could live in this. I can live in this off the freeway. I'll never pay rent again. Ah! It's too big for you,
Where'd Mikey go?
right?
This is a 5XL.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shrunk a little bit.
Congratulations. Good God. Anyways, next match we have the Bludgeon Brothers versus the New Day for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. What say you?
To the Bludgeon Brothers. For no reason. I just feel like, they're probably better. Considering. They might not be as athletic as the other fellas.
I'm going to go on a limb here and say the New Day. It's been a while since the New Day had some tag team championships, and I feel like they won. So they won those the SmackDown Tag Team Championships twice before, but they were like very short title runs. So I feel like the New Day will take this and have a decent title run this time. But that's just me. They could just keep on going on with the Bludgeon Brothers.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm actually looking forward to this match more than Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns or Alexa Bliss versus Ronda Rousey. Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles for the WWE title. This is just, to me, it just feels like it's come full circle. And I mean, it would actually come full circle if this was like WrestleMania. But SummerSlam, we'll take it. AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, I would watch these guys wrestle each other all the time in TNA back in the day. Now Impact Wrestling. But back in the day, they would wrestle each other all the time. One of my personal favorite matches in wrestling will always be Turning Point 2005 in TNA when it was AJ Styles, the X Division champion at the time, taking on Samoa Joe. They beat the hell out of each other that entire match. Samoa Joe ended up winning the X Division title for the first time. And now they're coming full circle, taking each other on for the WWE title. Something you probably would have never thought you would see back 10 years ago. Now, as far as my prediction, AJ Styles has had the title a little bit before Survivor Series of last year. And Samoa Joe, he hasn't won a major championship besides the NXT title like a bunch of years ago. So I'm going to vote for Samoa Joe. That's just my pick. I feel like Samoa Joe, if he's going to be the WWE champion, this is the perfect time to do it.
It would be tremendous storytelling. It would be a captivating moment that would live in WWE history. And
God
for that
damn you.
reason, I'm going to say AJ Styles.
Yeah, you to me,
Because God forbid,
honestly, to me, it doesn't matter who comes out on top. I would prefer it to be Samoa Joe, but it doesn't matter. I feel like this is just going to be a fantastic match no matter what. Hopefully no Vince Russo shenanigans at the end. I wanted to actually straight clean finish, but that's just me. Joe, what you got?
Samoa Joe too. Samoa Joe. But my thing with Samoa Joe is you guys been in the game for a long time. I know a lot of the Samoan Islander wrestlers. They represent pretty hard with their heritage. But I feel like Samoa Joe doesn't really do that with full tattoos.
He did in TNA.
But with the new group now, I see maybe WWE forming a faction with the Islanders maybe one day with all these guys.
That's more Roman Reigns. You can't steal other things from other people. Roman Reigns takes advantage of that more than Samoa Joe.
All right, just wanted to make sure of that.
Not everyone is a cartoonish racial stereotype there, Joey the Bull.
I'm not saying
Some people decide to have nuance to their characterization.
Well, you realize a lot of the Islanders do have that crazy tribal tattoo on their arms. He's the only one that doesn't have it.
With the bones of a white man chiseled in,
So, the semi-main event, I don't think this probably will be the semi-main event. Alexa Bliss, the Raw Women's Champion, versus Ronda Rousey. I still feel like to this day, if they give the women's title to Ronda Rousey before WrestleMania next year, I feel like it would be way too soon. Kind of like when Kurt Angle went to TNA in 2006. They gave him the title at Slammiversary. I felt like that was either the perfect time, if not Bound for Glory. But I feel like Ronda Rousey should not take the title yet. I feel like this should be her first loss. Screw job or not, it should be her first loss. And that's just me. I'm going to go with Alexa Bliss because Alexa Bliss is a perfect pain in the ass heat magnet of a women's wrestler.
It's a difficult position to be in. If she doesn't beat her, then she didn't beat Alexa Bliss. And then if she beats her, well, then she has to defend that thing. And, be hard to pull that.
I'm just sick and tired of undefeated streaks. You should
go on one.
The last undefeated streak I ever gave a crap about was actually Samoa Joe when he was in TNA. Even Christian had a longer undefeated streak than him in TNA, but they didn't even pay attention to that until Samoa Joe actually beat him a year and a half, 2 years later. But it's every single person, not every single person, but a lot of former WWE wrestlers that go to TNA back in the day, they all had an undefeated streak. They were on top of the mountain without climbing up there themselves. They had a VIP pass to the top of the mountain. But while the TNA wrestlers, they had to continue to work for it, no matter how much they succeeded in those past couple of years. So I'm just sick and tired of undefeated streaks. It's not MMA, it's wrestling. People know the difference. I'm gonna say Alexa Bliss.
What's funny about undefeated streaks? If you win 10 MMA fights in a row, you're like a god. So it's it's not unheard of to go 2-1, 3-2, right? Did I make that up? Anderson Silva won 10 in a row, and that was a big deal, right?
19.
Okay, well that's a lot. But, not as many as, 300 and something, like Goldberg.
173-0.
Okay, why wasn't Goldberg UFC champion?
I still remember that number.
Bruno Sammartino.
Because he got blown up in a workout with Kimbo Slice when he used to be a commentator for Elite XC. He got blown up in a workout with Kimbo Slice. He got more blown up than Kimbo.
Okay.
No, Goldberg. This was post first run in WWE.
What do you think about Kevin Nash breaking the undefeated streak of Goldberg?
I'd like to weigh in on that.
Go for it. There's a chair right here.
No.
Ladies and
have
gentlemen,
opinions.
everybody's
No.
best friend Jonathan Malice on the mic.
You
And the real everyone wants to be everyone's real best friend is Mikey O'Shea over there behind the table. No, you know what? When I watched that, I cannot tell you, of all people in the world, there were only two people in the world that I didn't want to see go over on Goldberg. Because to me, when I watched Goldberg wrestle, I did not like him. To me, he was the new Ultimate Warrior. He could. Nobody wants to see my face. Nobody wants to see my face, right? Let me give a chance to say hi to everybody. Hi to Nora Ortega. Hi to Rachel Stanley. Hi to no one else. Okay, Isaac Hayes. Isaac Hayes, when are you going to come down and sit on our show? Tell us a little bit about what's going on out there.
Isaac Hayes is a referee.
Yes, I know.
Oh, you said sit down, so I assume, okay, you didn't know.
He means sit down in the chair. The open.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like a
I
wrestling
like
show.
Isaac.
Anyway, no, the worst part about watching was it Scott Hall and Kevin Nash put the screws to Goldberg was that I knew they were never ever going to put him over. And what was it? A couple nights later, that was it. The finger poke of doom, right?
Right, but that was on purpose. That was to get Goldberg back to Hulk Hogan.
But Kevin Nash didn't finally put him over at Spring Stampede 1999 when the damage was already done.
when it was on its way out.
But Bill put his hand through a limo and sliced up his arm.
That was
Nobody
after
planned on him doing that.
That was WCW Thunder after
Right?
Starrcade 1999.
Not their fault. I like Kevin Nash, and if you're watching, please don't ever hurt me if I meet you.
Kevin Nash is a big piece of shit.
I love watching his shoot interviews.
I know, right?
What was I gonna say? Who was the two people you thought were the chosen ones to beat Goldberg's undefeated streak?
Who did I think was going to be?
Ric Flair.
Nah.
Sting.
Maybe.
It should have either been Sting or really, if they really wanted to save their ass, WCW, because they were starting to spiral downhill a little bit. They were starting to slip.
It wasn't actually Goldberg because of that.
No, it wasn't Goldberg's fault. No, the people that
was
were
hot cakes.
He was the last person that people were tuning in to see.
Yeah.
Right. So if you were going to end that streak, it should have either been like you said with Sting or with Big Papa Pump, because he's the only other guy that could have captured the audience.
Yeah, Big Papa Pump was rising up on that time. He was starting to become his own, solo individual.
Plus, both of those guys were WCW. They weren't like crossover guys like Kevin Hall.
Didn't Big Papa Pump join the Wolfpack?
They all joined.
He wasn't a WWF guy. He made his bones in NWA.
I see what you're saying. Not bad. Okay, and finally we have the main event. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal Championship. Your thoughts? Even though I already know.
Maybe the briefcase gets cashed in. Maybe Kevin Owens or something screwy. I don't know. I mean, probably Brock Lesnar though. I mean, I think they got to keep it on him till he wins the UFC title, or get the belt on him before he wins the UFC belt, which he's gonna.
Sorry to interrupt. All right, I see that Marsha Fink is watching. Marsha Fink was my oncologist when I was sick, and she saved my life. I just want to say, Dr. Fink, it's good to see you watching. I'm still doing well, and much love to you. I hope you're enjoying your retirement.
Hashtag Dr. Fink.
Yes.
All right, continue, please.
That's pretty much it. Brock Lesnar is gonna win and be UFC champion and WWE champion. The first time that's happened.
I'm just gonna. The way I look at it is this: Roman Reigns has had a title shot after title shot after title shot. If he's gonna beat Brock Lesnar, the way I look at it is this: if Roman Reigns beat Brock Lesnar, he has to do it like Brock Lesnar did it to him at WrestleMania. It has to be quick and like out of nowhere. Because if Roman Reigns actually goes like toe to toe with Brock Lesnar in a very long match, people are not going to get behind it by the time the match is over. Because that match against WrestleMania was entertaining to watch.
Right.
Because it was just like the Goldberg and Brock Lesnar match of WrestleMania the year before that. It wasn't too long, it wasn't too short, and it did its job. I feel like if they're going to give Roman Reigns that title that night, they need to make it look dominating. Like out of nowhere. Like he just like Survivor Series 2016 against Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. So like, that's the way I look at it. I'm just gonna say Roman Reigns. I'm call me crazy, but I'm gonna say Roman Reigns is gonna take the title this time. Because how like if he loses this title shot, what's the point? You know what I mean? Are they going to give him a nut? I'm getting sick and tired of it, really.
Me too.
Honestly, I'm
Me
just
too.
sick and tired of spam.
Yeah.
This is a pop-up on your internet now. Every time I think of this match, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. I'm sick and tired of it. I want to buy a pop-up blocker. I'm sick and tired of it. Get it done. Empty the bucket.
Not a single fan has commented what your favorite SummerSlam is, by the way, you bunch of lazy eaters. Go on the network, pick one, pick a number between 1988 and 2018, and he'll know if you're lying. He'll tell you what the main event is.
He's the Bolt.
Mikey O'Shea's seen all of them.
No,
I won't know.
I only know the main events from 1997 to now. So
That's pretty good,
yeah.
you know.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say? What were you
I don't
laughing
know. I
about?
was just agreeing about the whole match.
No, but
yeah, I totally agree with what you were talking about earlier about the whole spam.
You laughed. I thought you saw a comment or something.
Oh no. I was laughing what he was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the entire SummerSlam
Yeah.
package that we have delivered to you, the hottest show of the summer, except for, you know, the next level, OCCW with the next level sports complex. People say a bingo hall is a good place to wrestle, but how about a whole sports complex with a big high ceiling and space for a big giant ring with big giant people in it, with hundreds and hundreds of people to watch in a grand kumite that you will be the hottest show of the summer. There won't be a hot sauce expo because our women don't wrestle in that kind of stuff. By God, Uberstude is gonna fight Heidi in a legitimate kumite.
Well, speaking of the next level, Saturday, August 25th, our next guest, the one and only heavyweight champion for OCCW, Othello.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
You don't wanna sit by me,
I
Mike?
got my chair.
Mike, you don't wanna sit by me or nothing? You could, be in the
Nah. I'm gonna.
Mikey,
See how
Hi.
you are. See how you are.
jackass.
It's like my father's face.
It's like Happy Gilmore. Jackass!
Thanks, Dad.
You will not make this punt, you jackass!
Jackass.
So what have you been up to? Pleasure to see you again, by the way. Very rude to me.
Always a pleasure.
My feelings are
It's
very
also-
hurt.
It's also a privilege.
I'm sure it is. To bask in my radiance. Look at all the lighting on me, by the way. Good God. Woo! So you're wrestling mariachi. How about that? You know?
Yeah, how about that?
I'm proud of you.
Proud of me.
You know, that you've come from, you know, the very, very bottom of society all the way up to
Never-
be, you
I've
know,
never come from the bottom of society. I've
OCCW
always been
champion.
on
He's
top,
not
man.
Drake.
You know, did you start from the bottom and indeed now you are here?
Now, indeed.
I've always been here. You know what I mean? I've always been here. It's just now you people are starting to realize it.
Sega Nintendo, Sega Genesis,
Genesis.
when you were dead broke, could you picture any of this?
Yeah,
No,
keep
you know,
keep running
50
your mouth.
inch green,
Keep running your
you know.
mouth. You're not gonna have a mouth.
I had a Super Nintendo, you jackass.
Have you bought a money green leather sofa with
No.
your OCCW winnings? Do you have a white tiger yet? It's been like a year of you as champion. How come you don't have any face tattoos? My lawyer has been summoned.
Yeah.
And he's
Hey,
Jewish.
that's what they all say when you put your hands on them. They bring up the lawyers and the police.
It's 2018. Welcome to America.
I'm very sensitive.
Land of the pansies.
I am offended frequently by many things that I read on the internet. You need to stand up for my rights, my religious beliefs.
Although,
Hey,
aside
hey,
from
hey,
this,
you just enjoy this because you know you got to deal with my man Marcus Frey at next level. Let's see if he's talking all this trash after that.
By the way, where is Marcus Frey, your partner in crime? He's always here with you.
Are you
Oh,
posting
he's training,
bail
he's
for
training.
Marcus
No,
Frey?
he's training. He's getting ready to put his foot up your ass. So you need to be afraid, very afraid. He's focused.
I have been doing squats, sir, and I will have you know that I can prevent that from happening
Yeah,
with a
see,
quick,
y'all-
you know.
Yeah, I see you also been stealing your little brother's
I'm
t-shirts
very-
too, huh?
This I'll have you know this is a medium, sir, and I am nothing. I am medium
That's
sized.
just medium.
It's medium.
You know what I mean? Athletic cut, because I am athletic. But,
so Othello, aside from August 25th, do you have any other shows coming up that we should know about?
I mean, not as of yet. You know what I mean? Just just training. Training, staying focused on ripping the mask off of Mariachi Loco.
yeah,
You know,
I
that's
don't know
about
who
it.
he is.
You're gonna go that far?
You should.
You're gonna destroy the heritage of
Hey,
Mariachi
listen.
Loco by ripping his mask
Hey,
off?
man, you know, when I get into the ring, I black out. I hurt people. That's what I do. Unlike you, I enjoy hurting people. I get enjoyment out of that. Not just winning the match, I enjoy hurting people. I love that.
I enjoy slamming them around. I enjoy putting them on their back, but I don't want to hurt them.
That's the difference between people like you and people like me, Mikey. You know, ever since I put my foot up your ass, you been kind of soft, you know.
Oh, see, he just turned. I told you he thought you were
Oh,
a ass.
snap.
You know what I mean? He ain't your friend. I support you and your soft candy ass and your Play-Doh body parts. You look like the Pillsbury Doughboy. But the fellow here, he don't even like you.
And another
You're
issue,
mean.
man. And another issue. See, I had an opportunity to catch the podcast last week. You honestly
thank God.
think that Mariachi Loco stands a chance of taking what I got? Really? Come on, man. Let's get real.
Okay,
People have stopped getting polite and it
Let's
started
get
getting
man.
real.
Come on, you know me. You know. Hey, you know what I'm about.
I know what you're about.
You know what I'm about, man. Come on, let's get real.
I know what you're about.
I understand you got to be biased
think-
and all that, but come on, man.
I think you're a big powerhouse, and I felt your wrath.
I'm much more than a powerhouse, man. I'm much more than a powerhouse. You know what? You seen what I can do in
I'm
that
trying
ring.
to answer your question.
He's very sensitive to the talking over him. Aspect. You gotta let him finish his long, boring
Trying to answer
story.
the question.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Wait, this is A and B right now, man. So you know your role, right?
Right? Keep going.
Yeah,
Talk
you're
about
definitely a
it.
C word, all right.
You know what? You know what? This is what happens when Mikey O'Shea does. Boo! Boo! No one cares. Why do I have all this trash laying around on my chair? I just wanted to watch wrestling, and you're doing stupid stuff. Boo!
Show 'em the last one.
Boo! And this one has been defaced to say Joey the Bull / Zone. And I will not be thrown. There is no Biggie Biggs here to make me leave the arena. Boo! Mikey O'Shea's do a backflip, monkey. Do a moonsault, monkey. That's the Canadian destroyer I paid so much to see. Boo! Boo! Stop. What? That's what happened. And then he had to leave.
Okay. Can you
I'm
answer
done.
the question?
I'm done. I'm done.
Finish your thought.
Yeah, finish your thought, man.
Sorry.
Finish your thought. You went
Well,
from
you can sit there and pout.
you look so you were so happy, and then I said no, and you just that face right there is
All right,
priceless.
go on.
Everyone's best friend, Jonathan Mouse. I feel like you're gonna underestimate him because everybody that becomes champion in any organization, boxing, MMA, wrestling, football, baseball, hockey, the Patriots thought they had against the Eagles this year. Hi, Angel, how you doing? I feel like you're gonna underestimate him.
Let me explain something to you. You see, all of those people, all of those narratives that you just brought up, they're not me. I'm Othello. I'm on listen. There's other people, and then there's me. You see what I'm saying? That's how that works.
Are you saying you're the Mary Sue of professional wrestling?
I'm the greatest thing to ever hit professional wrestling. That's what I'm saying.
So you're like, you're the Rock, and Marcus Frey is
listen,
like Farouk or
I
something.
am the greatest thing to ever hit this business. Your best will always be second best as long as I'm living. Remember that, and that goes for anybody out there.
Yeah. Not a lot of people challenging you. What's that about?
Not a lot of people talking shit about you on the social media.
Because they know what time it is. I don't do that social media war stuff. You talk trash about me, you go personal. Just understand, I'm just gonna pull up on you. You never know when you might see me.
Holla.
Trigger fingers or Twitter fingers in 2018. You could get a specialty keyboard so your fingers aren't too big to type. I know phones are little. You know, your fingers are very, very big. God damn.
Well,
I did my best 2 times. None of you had the gumption.
And what happened? You lost what? 2
I had
times,
you
right?
beat. I had you pinned
No,
both
no,
times.
no,
if
no,
not
you
for
didn't. No, you
Rudy and
didn't.
his insanity and Helmut and his stupidity. You know?
Hey, listen.
Nobody ever
hey,
told them they were 5'5".
hey, no. Who told you to take your eye off the ball?
It's very distracting. You know how he does, going hey, prancing around outside of the ring. I had to go look.
If you have somebody beat you, finish the job. It's not my problem. You took your eye off the prize.
You know,
I capitalized off of your mistakes, and I'm still the world champion. Holla at your boy.
those mistakes are getting ironed out. Even as they're getting ironed like my sheets from my
No.
meeting.
See, because
that I have to-
you've been on a losing streak. You've been on a losing streak ever since you lost to me, man.
I've won. Hey man, I've won. I beat Freddie Helmuth fair and square.
And you
With
also
this
you
kick.
also lost to Voodoo Master.
You know what? Voodoo Master is a nice man.
And
He's a
you
good
also,
boy.
and you also gonna lose to Marcus Frey. No. Yes, you
Fake
are.
news.
Oh, no,
Sad.
no.
Fake news.
No, you're
Fake
gonna get
news.
dominated. You're gonna
Sad.
get dominated.
The nation of
Hey,
dominated.
I put my whole next level paycheck on the line for that one. I guarantee.
Will you really?
Yes, I guarantee
Sold.
you. I guarantee you that.
Good.
Hey, I guarantee you that Marcus Frey is gonna hang you your ass. I guarantee it.
Won't be the first time. So why do you accept all these hangers on? Just you're out of the hood now. Let them go play football at the community college, and you go to the next level. You don't need Marcus Frey living on your sofa and stuff.
And you need to mentally get out the trailer park.
It is a double wide. Thank you very
You're
much.
not supposed to listen.
I take my house
Listen,
wherever I need to go.
hey, listen. Just because you and your sister was raised together doesn't mean that you marry your sister.
You call everybody sister.
No, you supposed to.
Everybody's
You supposed to
sister,
date. Hey, you supposed to
brother.
date. You supposed to date women outside of the family, man.
But you know we're trying to not the Targaryens. You want to unleash the blood of the dragon? Don't unleash the dragon.
You're not
what I
supposed to
mean?
marry. You're not supposed to marry into the family, literally. You know what I mean?
You know, just because I've been on FarmersOnly.com, the ad can't say only white folk, but you know, FarmersOnly.com. It's very suspicious.
Well, I know you got to. I know you got to get home and get some rest because you got to milk the cows at 4 a.m, right? On your little farm.
Yeah, I'm not about that life anymore. I've moved into the city.
Yeah.
I'm onward and
Yeah,
upward.
bullshit.
Don't you have some, cotton you need to go snatch or something?
No, we've been done with that for close to 100 years. You know what I mean?
I've seen the fields of Alabama lately, and I don't know if that's true.
The views and opinions of Azrael are those of Azrael and Azrael alone.
And
They
the
do-
White House, by the way.
And the
I
White
am
House. They
back
do not
from
necessarily
stalking
reflect the views and opinions of OCCW, the Royal Ramble, Free Admission Network, or anyone else in their right mind.
Party.
Probably the Republican Party.
It's for the best.
I can't wait to be president. It is not for the best.
Well, I'd say this next level. Marcus Frey is gonna pick the cotton and burn it.
Damn.
That makes a lot of sense. He's going to be a slave to his disappointment when he loses this match,
Yeah.
And I'm just going to be whistling.
No, he's gonna be in the
Dixie.
club celebrating my victory and his.
Don't shoot yourself in the club. Now I have that. That's a problem for you people periodically.
At the library
Not
right down
gonna
the street.
move, like,
Oh no.
I went in there.
Club
There's
bubbles.
not a single book. I wanted to read. There's just a bunch of floozies showing their sinful ankles. Back when I was a young man, you couldn't just show your ankles like that. Now they're twerking and doing the thing. It's very off-putting.
And I love it.
You heard it here, folks. Please book Azrael and the OCCW champion Othello in your promotion if you feel up for some entertainment.
Yeah,
In
and if
separate but equal locker rooms, by the way.
and if you
I
and if
have
you
my water fountain as per my rider.
and if you have the guts, because like I say, your best will always be second best as long as I'm still around.
Not a lot of people have the gumption to get thrown through a wall, by the way. Yes!
To try out at TNA.
We're going
So,
to...
me and Azrael will be going to the tryouts at TNA on November 10th. What about you, Othello? I heard that you've been interested in wanting to go yourself.
Oh yes, I will be around, and I will be trying to get a job. You better believe that one.
He's going to take your job, O'Shea. He's going to take your job.
He's gonna take your job.
First you took the NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball.
Golfing?
What do you want from me? Golf? Golf is, now I have
No,
to
y'all
wear
can, y'all can have golf, man. That's boring. You better be lucky we left y'all with something. We left y'all with golf,
You know,
Gotta buy the
but
very
after you know what?
expensive.
After playing Mario Golf and watching Happy Gilmore, I beg to differ, good sir. I have never loved golf so much in my life until I did those two things.
So
Who said you can't learn from video games?
It's true. So what would you do to Mikey O'Shea if you were to have... What if you have to fight him at the Impact, tryouts?
I'm gonna beat him. It's that simple.
That makes sense.
What if I have to fight him?
Yeah, first time you
1,
got
2, 3.
Yeah, first time you got lucky. Second time it ain't gonna happen.
Oh no, it's gonna happen the second time.
Nah, I beg to differ.
No, Mikey.
I
listen.
respectfully
No, no.
disagree.
Mikey, you can't beat me, man. You know what I mean? It just can't be done.
Well, that's just your opinion.
No, those are just facts.
You're in denial.
Well, breaking news real quick, guys. Breaking news. Bully Zone is calling out Jonathan Malice here. Says, stop on by Sunday at the studio. We got some things to say. What do you say to that, sir?
You want to get on camera?
Get him.
No, I don't need to get on
Get
camera.
him.
Everyone wants to look at Jonathan of the Malice people.
I haven't shaved today. So listen, Yeah, I will be here on Sunday, and we'll iron a few things out. If I need to bring any of the boys from OCCW, I'll bring the boys from OCCW. But
This better be before SummerSlam.
you and your friends in their cheap suits, they can be there too, right? And you can bring whoever you want. Lance Winters. What's the other cat's name?
Pillsbury Doughboy.
Pillsbury Doughboy. What's the other guy's name?
Austin Lago.
Austin Lago.
Buddy Holly.
And Buddy Holly.
How many
The
Bully
three
Zone members are there?
Stooges, right?
That was on the
I'll be here.
Did you just name like 4?
I just call them the Three Stooges.
I can beat you, by the way. You're getting tired. I'm wearing you down. You are gonna mess up here.
Hey, that is the
eventually.
funniest
You
thing.
are a tree, and I
That
am
is the
chopping it
funniest
down.
thing you
As
said
we-
in a long time.
No. I'm gonna beat him so
Neither
bad.
one of y'all gonna beat
It's
me,
gonna be
man.
a snapmare.
Neither one of y'all gonna beat me.
I am gonna.
Y'all
beat
just gonna
you,
sit there and enjoy my reign. That's what y'all gonna both do.
No. I think the two of us, if we were to join into some kind of Voltron creature, could.
And I was still.
No, it's
and I
gonna be a
would still
Megazord.
run
It ain't gonna be Voltron. It's
And I
gonna be a
would still
Megazord.
run through you.
About this TNA nonsense.
Now, people are asking if you guys get shipped to TNA, who's going to be the OCCW champ?
Oh, I'm taking this belt with me. This is mine until somebody takes it from me.
I'm gonna get my job in TNA. I'm gonna come back to OCCW. I'm gonna beat him, and then take the title with me, but keep it in my bag because I like to keep my job.
Wishful thinking.
Azrael.
I'm a keeping it. It's a mine and I wants it. I'm gonna be OCCW champion. I'm gonna be TNA champion. I'm gonna wave them both around everywhere I go. I'm gonna take a picture with.
Hey.
Then I'm gonna be
Matterhorn.
EWF heavyweight champion. Then I'm gonna be UEW heavyweight champion. Then I'm gonna be championship wrestler from Hollywood Heritage champion. Then I'm gonna be Rival Pro heavyweight champion. AWS heavyweight champion. What's the Gold Coast heavyweight champion?
There you go.
Let's see. What's it? Maverick Pro heavyweight champion.
WCW.
C champion.
Don't forget, Nathan Hot Dogs has a championship belt, too.
Nathan Hot Dogs heavyweight champion. Voodoo Donuts heavyweight
Hey,
champion.
they got good donuts, by the way.
Orange County Fair pie eating champion.
Oh, they closed down. You gotta wait till next year.
God damn it.
There's the LA Fair though. You can wait for that.
Well, he was working at the circus as a carny, you know.
I could. That's.
Are you gonna be one of those guys that does the prize games where like people walk by like, hey, I'll give you a prize even if you absolutely suck, because that's what they do every
He
single
looks
time.
like one of those guys, don't he?
The carnies.
I could see him doing something like that.
God forbid. We all have to make a
But he
living
does
in
have.
this
He does
economy
have
and can all drive
He does
Uber.
have all his teeth though. So
I do. They're all mine.
They're cheeklets, bro.
Yeah, I know you got the receipt. Yeah.
They're all real.
Where are you working this weekend?
once again, ladies and gentlemen, I will be working this Saturday at the AWS Hot Sauce Expo at the Grove of Anaheim, and hopefully Sunday as well. The card is always subject to change, but I will be there Saturday. Probably one of the first matches starting at noon. I believe you have to pay for admission to be at the Hot Sauce Expo in order to enjoy the wrestling. I believe the tickets start at $10, I believe, and everything else that you want goes above and beyond that. So I will be wrestling at the Hot Sauce Expo. You working? No, you're not.
Nope.
You working?
I made it.
Yeah, I'll be in the gym training like I always do.
Wrestling wise.
Nah.
Okay. So I got a match. They do not, but they got reasons to be off this weekend because they got to focus on the upcoming weekend, as you see before you right here, August 25th. Next Level Complex at the Next Level Sports Arena.
In Garden Grove.
Garden Grove. Tickets are $20 on the day of the event, but if you buy now, it's only $15. You can take that extra $5 and get yourself a snack downstairs. Hell, the taco truck might even be over there. You ever taste
they
one of
got
them
some
cases?
good tacos, man. Them tacos on point.
Meatball sandwich. You know what? People talk about those meatball sandwiches all the time. You got to come up with those CCW meatball sandwich T-shirts. Trust me, they'll sell like hotcakes.
And the return of the one only, your ring announcer,
oh God,
Joey the Bull Santana, is making his return as a ring announcer. John just told me that. I'm happy to be back in the ring, announcing all you fools, and let's make this happen at the Next Level, August 24th. I'm sorry. Sorry, sir.
It's champion.
Sorry, champ.
That's
Sorry,
right.
champ.
That's right.
Fools. That's what I meant. Fools like
These
this.
fools, yeah, exactly.
Sorry, champ.
Yeah.
Sorry, champ.
I see how you
I'm so scared.
Mariachi's gonna break you like a piñata.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
my confidence in Mariachi is growing. I saw him beat a midget.
Yeah.
He knows what to do.
How much moonshine was you sipping on before the podcast?
You know,
A
your
little bit,
match against
quite a bit.
Mariachi Loco is going to be like Popeye against, what's his face?
Pluto.
What? Bluto.
Pluto.
During the match, you may win the first half, but then instead of spinach, he's going to grab a taco, eat it up, and then he's going to be doing all the punching and throwing and crap and beat you for that
And
time.
how much Irish whiskey was you sipping on before the podcast?
Irish car bombs, they taste like chocolate. Even the lady over there agrees.
How much
Best drink
malt
in the
liquor
room?
have you had before you came stumbling
I mean,
in
I've had
here
a-
drinking
hey,
Coke 45
I had a lot of protein shakes before
Kool-Aid-
the
Kool-Aid
podcast.
protein.
Blue ribbon and such.
Everybody that knows me know I don't touch alcohol.
You only
But
drink
protein shakes,
you
yeah.
only, you only drink protein shakes
The
today?
Randy Orton.
Yeah, protein shakes and a lot of water.
Man, I feel bad for whoever's going to sleep with you tonight because you're going to fart up a storm. Trust me, I know from experience from drinking just protein shakes one day. The farts are just out of this. Yeah, it's like eating asparagus and taking a number one in the bathroom.
You got so bad you almost pulled the blankets off of your head. There.
Yes.
The paint start peeling.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, wrap it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us at this episode of the Royal Ramble. I am Mikey O'Shea.
I am Azrael, the future OCCW champion and rightful king of England. You don't know I'm not.
And the one and only OCCW champion, Othello.
Holla at your boy.
And don't forget to catch us on Bully Zone. We'll be there this Sunday on Bully Zone. Catch us live. OCCW cast will be there. Catch us live, brother. We'll see you next time.
Peace out.